Welcome back, guys, to the third edition
Yep.
of the Eagles playoff preview. Last in-person one for the year. So hopefully
for the season.
For the season. Hopefully not the last one.
Yeah.
For the year. Kick us in the gear here. Talk about last game. Talk about everything.
Before we get into that, as we started pressing record, we found out that the Eagles are selling snow from the field during the game.
How the heck can you do that? I don't know.
So it looks like it's going to be in like an ice cream pint container.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
It's very weird, but
it's $50 per pint.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it is.
Actually not that bad.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Actually, you probably could make that pint and then go out and put snow in it.
Right. Unless they added some chemical to it where it doesn't melt ever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's gotta melt.
Where do you want to go from there? Just right into last week's game?
Yeah, we can. Unless we've got.
It was a heck of a game.
It was a heck of a game. We started out watching it together, and then snow got bad here, so
yeah,
we watched it separately. But
Saquon Barkley, insane. He might make a case for the greatest running back of all time when it's all said and done.
By not even close.
Yeah, I think next year he's probably going to overtake Westbrook and McCoy and be way ahead of both of them.
Oh yeah.
I love McCoy, but I gotta say that
he's
McCoy loves him too, so it doesn't even matter.
Which is crazy. Just kind of like looking over at what you're wearing is Kelsey, one of the greatest Eagles ever.
Yeah.
Wore 62.
Yeah.
Barkley is now making it a case to be the best Philly sports player wearing 26.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, not Philly sports player. Eagles player.
Eagles player.
Utley was 26. So.
Yeah. But if we win this year and then the next 2 years is Barkley better than Utley, that's a case that we have to make.
Yeah. But while we're talking about Barkley, he asked advice of Marshall Faulk and LaShawn McCoy, and I can't remember his name, but equipment manager was on the team for Barkley's, for McCoy's snowball. And he goes, whatever cleats he tells me to wear, I'm wearing those cleats.
Okay.
It worked out well.
He had that major run, which I brought this to your attention. Barkley has yet to score from the offensive side of the 50 against the Rams.
Really?
So all of his runs have been 60-plus yard runs.
That's funny.
For touchdowns.
That's really funny.
He is not. His two this week were 60 and 70.
Yeah.
And I think last time it was about 60 and 72.
Yeah.
I want to say this. The last one he did where he cut in the snow, I feel like if you overlap them, it's the exact same run from him and Shady.
It's really similar.
The camera angle, the juke.
Yeah, I started recording it without meaning to. I sent that to you.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Just
amazing.
What else happened with... Oh, the refs at one point told Saquon to cool it on the trash talk.
Hey. Something I didn't know until you brought it to my attention. The Rams guy said that he hated Philly. So,
yeah. And Carter tried to bet his game check on it, but Verse wouldn't do it.
I love the... Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I love the... I can't think. Oh, when Jalen scored his touchdown, he put his hand to his head, and then Barkley slowing down so Verse could be right on the verge of getting him was iconic.
Did you see what Hurts did on Saquon's last touchdown run? After he handed off the ball, he did this until he was in the end zone.
That's pretty awesome.
And then Lane Johnson just started walking off the field.
Well, what can you do when you see him running down the sideline? You're like, okay, I don't have to be on the field anymore.
Right. Devontae Smith, he did break the record, is now Eagles' all-time leader in receiving yards in the playoffs. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations to him.
All the people were around his locker, all the media people, until Barkley came in, and they all left him. And except for like one guy, and he interviewed him about it. It was cool. Do you want to get into our predictions from last week? Recap those, or do you have other stuff you want to talk about?
Again, one more last thing. As we haven't pulled both playoff games up here, you just look. They were both. That was a 12-point game. That was a 6-point game.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that all the people that were asking, I brought this up. Everyone at work that was asking me like, "Oh, what are you going to do if Jalen can't play?" The one person I always said to them was Barkley.
Yep.
And it's just been Barkley in the defense. And
it really has.
How much longer can we ride through that? I think through the Commanders.
Yeah. And then either team we would be facing in the Super Bowl if we beat the Commanders, I think we'd ride with them through that too.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Right now, it seems like Barkley's getting 60% of the snaps, which is okay when you're in your part of the playoffs. But once you get to the Super Bowl, I think it needs to be like
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra, they're all going to be heavily used.
Yeah, they're all going to be heavily used. You're going to see like a 50-40 type, or a 50-50 type use of them. So it's going to be very like pass run heavy.
Yeah.
Game for the Super Bowl, but I think you kind of talked about this earlier. Been listening to 94.1 ever since coming back in. It was they were asking the fans, and I would love to get other perspectives out of it. Do you think that you need to stay on track, stay on course, just keep on going with what you have, or do you think it needs to be changed up?
What do you think needs to be changed? Like our game plan?
Yeah, like would you, going into the Commanders, would you go with 60% of snaps going to Barkley?
I would still go with Barkley. 40%. The Rams are the team that worried me about that, because out of the Chiefs, the Commanders, I don't know about the Bills, but at least the Chiefs and Commanders, Rams have a better run defense than both teams, in my opinion.
I think you've got the best running back in football. Like you can't. Yeah. And I think we see...
It would have been like the Titans going with A.J. Brown over Derrick Henry all the time.
You brought it up perfectly. The second best running back. Yeah. Why, on 2-point conversion, why are you not running the ball?
Yep.
It might be a different story on who we are who we could possibly be playing in the Super Bowl, because it could be a Bird Bowl.
Yep.
But, again, Seahawks.
Yeah, I was about
back in the day. They didn't go to Marshawn Lynch, and they interception.
And they're all still mad about that.
Again, Mark Andrews has to catch that ball. Yep. I know it's off of the Eagles topics, but like, I don't want to get off of that. We have the best of the best from a position. Make them like show you that you can't go to him anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Even then, they will stop for a couple drives and then go back to him.
Yeah.
We have so many weapons on any part of the field.
Yeah, if you go up to the line and you think the box is stacked,
I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Smith gets a rush in the next game.
Yeah. When even Kenneth Gainwell can push you across for 3 to 4 yards too. So if you're in that.
Yeah.
But
you want to get into predictions?
Yeah, let's get right on into it.
All right, you said 31-24. I said 34-23. It was 28-22. I was 11-point differential. You were 7-point differential, so you were technically closer.
Have we ever knocked it on?
No. I think we've had one side right, but we've never had both sides right. First down, you said Devontae Smith. I said Barkley. It was Dallas Goedert. Mm-hmm. First touchdown, you said Hurts, I said Brown. It was Hurts with his 40-some yard rush.
which was again
that you
pretty
couldn't
cool.
even watch because you were clearing off your car. First sack, you said Nolan Smith. I said Zach Bond. It was Jalen Carter, who had a great game.
Who had an immaculate game.
Anytime interception, there were none. So we were both wrong. Offensive player of the game, you said Barkley. I said A.J. Brown. It was Barkley.
It was Barkley. It's hard. After that game, it's hard.
I'm going to get to this one last. So moving on to special teams. Special teams player of the game, you said our punter, Braden Mann. I said the returners, and we agreed it was the returners.
Both played part. There was a lot of dead man.
Kenneth Gainwell did very well.
Yeah, returning was a lot better.
We both said over 43.5, and it was over.
Mm-hmm.
But defensive player of the game, you said Blankenship. I said DeJean. We're both wrong there. We agreed that it's the fourth quarter defense, mostly Jalen Carter and Zach Bond.
Won us the game.
Yeah. If without the two of them, Saquon Barkley, we wouldn't even be a playoff team this year.
Oh, no. I want to say there's an interception in the fourth quarter. No, it was a fumble.
Yeah, it was a fumble.
That's what I'm thinking
because Carter smacked it out, and then Isaiah Rodgers grabbed it.
Yep, this fumble right here.
Yep.
Nolan Smith had the sack.
Yep.
And Zach Bond picked it up.
Yep. But there was another fumble even later.
Right before that.
Yeah.
Was Jalen Carter's.
Yep.
And Isaiah Rodgers picked it up.
Forgot about the Nolan Smith one already.
But yeah, there's two fumbles.
Oh, before the game, you saw Nolan Smith coming out with
Yep, that was pretty cool.
Okay. I was making sure you saw that.
Again, something else that was, I'm pretty sure we did that in...
Yeah, Jason Peters,
and I want to say we also did it Carson Wentz too one game.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say our first game playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, if after that safety and it was 16-15, you go out and get a fumble, which was a turning point. Yeah, you only scored a field goal off of getting that fumble, but then your defense was like, "Hey, we'll give you a second chance." Yeah. And then you got a field goal again, which again you can't.
At least he was hitting his field goals. He wasn't hitting his extra points, but at least he was hitting the field goals, and they matter a little bit more.
Yeah, and then finally you get another stop on downs.
Yep.
Defense is like, okay, this is the third and final time. Like we really can't keep doing this, and you get the Barkley 70-yard touchdown. Then they get a touchdown, you punt, get them down on downs. Defense was like, okay, you gave us more points to settle with, but just if you just look at this whole fourth/third quarter, just the whole. I just want to say maybe like the whole second half defense. Like it's punt, field goal, punt, safety.
He needs to throw the ball there.
I see. We're lucky he held on to the ball. That's what I will give him. Safety's fine. You held on to the ball.
Yeah.
You don't want to. It would also be a different thing where, in many Penn State cases, where Jalen just kind of was like, "Oh, I'm going to throw this out of bounds." Couldn't get his feet under, and it's wobbly, and there could be an interception that's taken back.
Yeah.
You took it down. Whatever. You trusted your defense. But then you got the fumble, the field goal, the punt, the touchdown. Gave up a touchdown, which was crappy because you let them drive 70 yards in one almost 2 minutes. And then you had a punt and your defense came.
Yeah.
And for the last play of the game. Second half, I think, was I want to say the best half of football we've played. Maybe postseason, maybe all year.
Rushing wise, yes. Passing wise, not really.
Yeah. Other than that touchdown, you really didn't let them do anything. It was just they were getting field goals and safety.
We were tired at that point.
Yeah.
Because our touchdown was one play for 70 yards before that. So our defense didn't really get a break.
Yeah. But like even you match for touchdowns to start the game, and then it's punt, touchdown, field goal, punt, and that was the first half.
Yeah. First quarter.
Oh yeah, first quarter. No, first half.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There wasn't.
I just read that. It was part weird.
Yeah, it was not much of a first half, but like.
Yeah. You just want to get into this next game?
Yeah. Commanders.
Yeah.
Third time this year.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Third time. Whatever. I was going to say we already played 3. No, we didn't.
A little tidbit thing before we get into it. Every team we've played so far, we've played this year.
Yep. So. But like, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast or not, but it does not matter what we did with our other games.
Yes.
Those 2 other games do not matter.
It doesn't matter.
This week and this week only.
It would have been funny if we played the Ravens in the Super Bowl, though, because then we would have literally replayed every team.
Yeah.
Beat them twice, but.
Yeah. I don't know. We haven't heard anything more about Jalen Hurts at this point. We're assuming he'll play. Same with Kenyon Mitchell.
We're getting practice reports out today at some point.
Yeah. We do have to record this a little earlier than the weekend. So if anything changes by the weekend, we will put something up here. Yep. But if nothing else changes, then just assume they're playing.
I'm not seeing anything at the moment of potential whatever.
There's there's not any speculation that they won't be playing.
Yeah. And yesterday on WIP, Coach Sirianni was on with John and Joe in the morning, and basically was like, everything will be day by day. They didn't give us too much, so want to say that they will both probably play, but
probably
again, up here we'll notify if anything changes.
Want to just get into predictions since we can't do really any speculations. Score, I say 30-16.
Mm-hmm. I said 24-17.
Yep.
I think it's going to be one of those close games.
Yeah, I'm having a 2-touchdown differential. You're having a 1-touchdown differential. With it being slightly warmer than it has been for at least the Eagles, I think it would be easier to throw the ball. First down, I have Barkley. You have A.J. Brown.
I have A.J. Brown.
First touchdown, you have Barkley. I have Devontae Smith, 40-plus yarder.
I'm having a big cycle on. Like, just past the, like, a 45
Devontae Smith,
touchdown.
His whole career has had big plays against the Commanders.
I'm just, like, every time I close my eyes and think about this game, we'll love it if we put in the color greens.
Yeah.
On Sunday. At home, I have that flashback to that Thursday night game.
I don't know if we'll wear them in the playoffs or not.
Yeah. Be pretty cool to wear them in the Super Bowl.
First sack, you said Jalen Carter. It would be, by the way. And I said Nolan Smith. I had put initials for this one because I have Devontae Smith and Nolan Smith. Anytime interception, we both said Blankenship.
Game ceiling for me.
Yeah.
I have him getting the game ceiling.
Offensive player of the game, you obviously said Barkley.
Mm.
I said that Devontae Smith will have a case for it, but I'm still going Barkley.
Yep.
Special teams player of the game, you said punt returners. I said Elliott, and he'll have no misses. No field goal misses, no extra point misses.
That's bold.
Yeah,
That's
bold. know. And over under 47.5 time of recording this, we both say under.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a closer game than everyone. Like, I think it's gonna be that, like, not sloppy, but like just I feel like they won't break out of the shell until
the second half.
Yeah. Kind of like, and I feel like it's gonna be that way until the playoffs, because I think not when the playoffs, the Super Bowl, because the both Chiefs and Bills are both will hit you hard early.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to.
And lastly, defensive player of the game. I said Nolan Smith, and as you said, Blankenship with a game-winning interception.
Mm-hmm.
I do like when we do this little bonus. What's the word?
Segments.
Yeah, like bonus
previews. videos?
No. Guesses. Yeah. Like I said, Devontae Smith 40 plus.
Oh, like the add-ons.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, like I said, Barkley 45-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Start the game off right.
I'm so excited for this game.
I'm
once again at 3:00.
Once again at 3:00 on Fox.
Yep.
So,
yep. You got anything else for the Eagles?
I think that's it.
All right, go Birds.
Go
We'll
Birds.
see you guys next week and figure out what happens.
Yeah.